Benjamin Ritchie was executed by lethal injection at the Indiana State Prison. The execution took place shortly after midnight on Tuesday. This culmination occurred nearly 25 years after the murder of Officer William Toney. Ritchie had been on death row since his conviction in 2002. The execution drug used was pentobarbital. He was pronounced dead at 12:46 a.m. Central Time. His last meal was the tour of Italy from Olive Garden. His last words expressed love for family and friends and a hope for their peace. Give a like and subscribe. Leave a comment. No media were permitted to witness the execution. Defense attorney Steve Schuette witnessed the execution. Schuette reported Ritchie exhibited violent twitching and sat up on the gurney. Ritchie raised his head, smiled, and signaled to witnesses before the execution. 4 witnesses were present for Ritchie, including 2 attorneys and a litigation specialist. A pastor was present in the execution chamber. Witnesses viewed the execution from a viewing room with a window to the execution chamber. Blinds were closed around 12:51 a.m., and witnesses left the room around 12:53 a.m. The U.S. Supreme Court denied Ritchie's request for an emergency stay. Governor Mike Braun rejected Ritchie's clemency plea. Braun cited numerous reviews by state and federal courts upholding the sentence. Attorney General Todd Rokita affirmed that justice had been served. Rokita requested an execution date for Ritchie last fall. The state Supreme Court scheduled the lethal injection to take place before sunrise Tuesday. Protesters gathered outside the prison to oppose the death penalty. The Catholic Diocese of Gary organized a group to protest the execution. Death penalty action loaned the Delaware Bell to protesters. Protesters prayed for Ritchie, other death row inmates, and the family of Officer Toney. Their presence underscored the ongoing debate surrounding capital punishment. Attorneys argued Ritchie had brain damage from fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, FASD. They claimed the FASD diagnosis was not fully considered in court. Defense counsel wanted to explore the FASD diagnosis before the Indiana Supreme Court. Requests for a new hearing were denied. Lawyers sought a last-minute execution pause from the U.S. Supreme Court and the federal court. Those requests were also denied. Ritchie fatally shot Beech Grove police officer William Toney in 2000. The shooting occurred during a police pursuit of a stolen van. Toney was hit just above his bulletproof vest and died hours before his 32nd birthday. Toney was survived by his wife and 2 young daughters. His death left a lasting scar on the Beech Grove community. The Beech Grove Police Department emphasized accountability for harming law enforcement. Rokita stated that justice was served and honored Officer Toney's sacrifice. Koselke stated that Indiana executed a man with profound brain damage and developmental disabilities. Ritchie expressed remorse for the killing during a clemency hearing. These statements reflect the complex emotions surrounding the execution. Capital punishments were put on hold for 15 years in Indiana. Ritchie was Indiana's 2nd execution in 6 months. Convicted killer Joseph Corcoran was put to death in December. 6 other men remain on Indiana's death row. 3 death penalty cases are additionally pending in central Indiana. The state's stance on capital punishment remains a subject of intense scrutiny.